Da, 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 da. Hey Globe Gang, it's Maisha back in the Globe's Beauty Closet for another Big Beauty Tuesday where we gloss, we floss, and we boss. And today we have the boss of brides. Andrea Pitter is with us from Pantora Bridal. If you don't know about Pantora, honey, catch up. Andrea's been doing the thing for, I think, 2 decades now, and she has done it all being her beautiful black self and catering to beautiful black brides. Her dresses are innovative, they are gorgeous, they are detailed, they are high quality, and all that gorgeous illusion match that you see in bridal gowns, she was one of the first to do it in a range of skin tones without being asked. And now this innovator has made it full circle into one of the biggest and best showrooms of bridal anywhere, which is Kleinfeld's. She's also appearing on season 2 of Making the Cut on Amazon Prime. So of course, we had to sit down with our homegirl Andrea, and I am wearing a little Pantora right now. Yes I am. Andrea, welcome to Big Beauty Tuesday.
Thank you for having me.
It is such a pleasure, and I'm very excited because I'm wearing some Pantora ready to wear. See, I don't know if everybody knows about the ready to wear. I think people think of Pantora Bridal and they think of these stunning dresses you've been making for decades now. Like, how does it feel to have built a brand that has been such a pivotal part of so many people's lives, you know?
I'm happy to be a part of people's love story.
You've become a go-to in the space, I think. And you recently made it into Kleinfeld. They said yes to all your dresses.
It feels like a big splash. Like I always say, like I've always been working, and now it's more people are seeing it. And I think what happened with Kleinfeld is that people were asking for the brand. They wanted the Kleinfeld experience. They wanted their say yes to the dress TLC moment, but they wanted a Pantora dress, and people would be conflicted, and rightfully so, because I love a good Kleinfeld moment too. So I think what happened was they said, we're getting tired of losing brides to you. So let's create some type of partnership. And I think it's a really good one. I think that brides should have the opportunity to choose the experience that they want. And this is like a really good marriage.
Now, will we see you making any appearances on the show?
I have no idea. You have to wait and find out.
Well, we're also going to be waiting to see you on another show because you are on season 2 of Making the Cut. What attracted you to this show? What made you, at this stage of your career, want to be part of this?
The difference between this show and others is that this is really a show for people who have done the work, and I felt like I did the work, and so I wanted to be able to participate in such a big, new thing. It's a new series, and it's really, really good. I watched the first season entirely too much. So like I kind of knew what I might be getting myself into, and so yeah, the show was a good show.
Well, we're excited to see it for sure. And I think also, again, I want to double back to the fact that Pantora is no longer just bridal. You're also making ready to wear now. You're making these pieces that can transition from day to night. Your, more casual ready to wear line. How did that evolve for you?
I had wanted to put out a ready to wear line for quite some time, but we were just so busy. The pandemic happened, and I was like, people want to do things differently, and I have to be able to provide them with clothes to do it in whichever way they choose. We launched in September, all white pieces, so it was still very much bridal. Our current customer could still shop the line. New customers could be introduced to it.
People cannot see this entire continent of Africa on this fabulous, organza shirt that you sent me. But, I love it because I was a teenager in the 90s, and this kind of like brings me back to like a really fun medallion wearing place that I remember very fondly. And I kind of love that you brought it back in this like elegant, but cool, like totally, it's a remix.
I love classic things, but I like to add modern touches to it. And so this is like, it's a part of my aesthetic, but I wanted to bring something that was really, really cool and that people could wear when they weren't getting married, and they could throw it on and have a good time with it. It's the motherland drip top, and you're dripping.
Absolutely. But I also think you've always been inclusive about your line.
I'm a former plus size model, so like that's important to me. And the fact that you have a line that has always celebrated all body types. How are you pushing that message forward, and why is that so important to you?
When I first opened our first showroom, I knew I wanted to serve. I knew why I wanted to serve them, but I didn't know how to say it. You know, after a while, you start to get loud. And I was just like, no, this is who I want to cater to. This is who deserves to wear my clothing. My clothing is about catering to everyone, but I wanted to make sure that I centered my business around Black women, because if we were experiencing certain problems, I knew that other people could relate. So this is it's not about excluding anyone. It's about including everyone, but making sure that I focused on the people who I felt were being underserved.
You also did something a lot of other, and I don't know why a lot of other bridal designers were not doing this. Gorgeous see-through illusion netting that, you know, we see in pretty much every bridal gown ever, that you offer it in a full spectrum. And it's so crazy to me that nobody thought to do that.
So everyone, when brides wanted to get a perfect match, they would have no choice but to go custom. For a bride to know that this thing had to be dyed to match them, it should just exist. It should just exist. And I wanted to create this range of mesh. It's called Forgotten Skin Tones. I wanted to create a range of illusion mesh and illusion linings where women could just see it, and they wouldn't have to wait until their dresses were created, or, you know, have the designer create multiple lab dips to get it just right. I wanted to have something readily available to show our brides.
We deserve those fairy tale moments too. And I really appreciate you being at the forefront of giving them to us. So, you know, what's next?
We're going full steam ahead. We launched Pantora Maids about a year ago, and we've done 3 events since the first one. Pantora Maids is essentially a bridesmaids collection, but we only drop it twice a year. We snuck in another one right at the back end. But that's the next thing we're working on, is really to figure out how to get our Pantora Maids dresses into more bridesmaids' hands.
We know why we love you. So thank you for doing what you do. Thank you for coming on Big Beauty Tuesday to talk about it. And, you know, as we're all getting out and getting married, I'm very excited that you will be along with us. And we'll all be watching Making the Cut too. I can't wait to see what happens.
Me either.
And I'm excited for all the Kleinfeld moments that are now going to include your brand. So there we go. Thank you so much.